The MAGA bomber has been caught. Why do I say it's a MAGA bomber? Well, I'm going to explain that. But first, federal investigators officially have identified the suspect they claim has been targeting critics of President Donald Trump. In fact, earlier today, it had been reported that Cory Booker received a couple, and not only that, but you also had CNN being sent a couple more of these suspicious packages, right? Now, let me give you the name here. His name is Caesar Sayak, according to sources cited by an NY1 reporter. He is reportedly 56 years old. He's also reportedly a gigantic Trump fan, so very apparently conservative. Not only that, but also has a long criminal record. Now, Sayak is a registered Republican. He's been arrested about 10 times, according to the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, including once in 2002 for, unsurprisingly, making a bomb threat. So this isn't his first rodeo, but look, it's a little bit of a stretch going from making threats, which is terrible, don't do it, to actually making and sending those bombs. So, nonetheless, right? He had already been arrested for that before, with an intent. And by the way, Miami-Dade records obtained by Law and Crime show that he was sentenced to a year of probation in 2002 for making a bomb threat, which is an intent to make a pipe bomb or some sort of explosive device. So, now, his other arrests include several for larceny, including a shoplifting charge in West Palm Beach back in 2015. So he's got a pretty long criminal record. So this is somebody who, is not somebody who is law and order. Weird how he's a Trump fan, right? But look, Donald Trump himself doesn't exactly follow the law, doesn't exactly care about the law. But anyway, now, according to state corporate filings, Sayak has 2 registered businesses that are active within the state, including Native American Catering and Vending and Vertec AG. Now, the FBI, according to Law and Crime, previously announced that suspicious packages containing potentially destructive devices were addressed to former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama, John Brennan, former Attorney General Eric Holder, George Soros, Representative Maxine Waters, actor Robert De Niro, former Vice President Joe Biden, Senator Cory Booker. Waters and Biden were actually sent 2 packages, according to the federal investigators, and another package sent to CNN was addressed to former Director of National Intelligence James Clapper. So that is 12 devices, and boy, this guy's been busy. 12 devices. Thankfully, none of them exploded, so they're very crude devices. And of course, some of the speculation is, well, were they really meant to explode? Well, federal investigators are definitely treating them as if they were. Now, thankfully, this guy is now in custody, so I guess you can ask him, were they meant to harm? Were they meant to explode? Or did you just suck at making them? Now, the other interesting thing is, and that's basically now makes sense, knowing that he was in Florida, that he was from Florida, is that the return addresses on these bombs, or these packages, were addressed to Debbie Wasserman Schultz. Apparently, he didn't seem like he was a fan of Debbie Wasserman Schultz. So, now federal investigators also have yet to offer an alleged motive. Well, look, they're not going to. They're going to be super careful and cautious, of course. But I think, to all of us, I think we've all figured out what the motive is. He wanted to, I should say, target Democrats. It's an obvious political motive. That's why I'm calling it terrorism. Fairly obvious to me, but then again, they've got to be like super cautious. Can't call it right-wing terrorism because I don't know why. But that's just what they're doing. But look, that's look, this guy, at least he is off the street now, and not making or sending any more of these packages to people. So, great work on that. By the way, he was found through DNA evidence, forensic evidence. So that's how they were able to trace the bombs back to this guy. So, great work for on the part of law enforcement for taking this guy off the street.